Says preparing to live stream.
Yeah, I was pulled into Tom's place a few months ago, take the dog in at the Lord. And somebody did that come up on my shot.
Does she still watch the auction anymore?
Yeah, yeah. No, she doesn't do it overnight.
Okay.
Still grooming a few dogs.
I think we're working.
Yeah, I know that was.
All right, let's stand there doing the play there.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
Heavenly Father, we ask your blessing again on our meeting here. Just give us wisdom and direction to make the best decisions for our community. Father, we thank you for this standing celebration. We're safe. In his name, Amen.
Amen.
We never had that feedback like that.
Yeah, we usually turn it off.
Turn the volume down. We get the volume down on it.
I do.
Yeah.
See, look at it.
All right, rock and roll. Ready, we're having a combination of forum.
I do. Everybody here but Lisa. Oh, it's not 6 p.m.
4:30 is something. 4:40. December 4th minutes.
You guys don't have to do them if you don't want to, because I just got them to you today.
Usually January.
Yeah, you can.
All right, transfer resolution, right?
All right. All right. I didn't have to add anything, so
Good.
what you guys seen is what we have. Oh, you're hearing. And basically, they're just some, they're actually smaller than the amounts. I just tried to cover it a little bit just in case there was something that came in. So you got basically a couple items for supplies. We had an overage, a little overage on the council CPA that had to do with that redevelopment TIF. We always seem to run out of restroom supplies. Garage supplies, they've had a few issues with their, I don't know which piece of equipment it is. I think it's the boom. Is that right, Steve? I think it's the boom, the one that they lift.
Yeah, they've had like some hydraulic issues.
So, maybe at some point, they can use the digger derrick, but you can only get one person in the digger derrick, where in the lift, I think you can use two. Anyway, most of it, the RLF was basically for the, there's Lisa.
Hey.
You're good. I thought you were gonna be gone today.
Last week.
Good to see you.
So, we just did the minutes and we're just doing the transfer resolution.
Okay.
The RLF director, we added 2 additional people to that board, so that's where the director pay had to be transferred in a little bit. Other than that, I didn't do an additional all year, so I was holding my breath, but I think we're gonna make it. So, it's just one of those things. Clerk treasurers hate to do additionals. Auditors do too, but so
This
it would be
will be resolution number 1.
17.
Council have any comments or questions?
So what's that total, Ray, just for the,
13,885.
move that we approve the 13,885 resolution number 17.
Motion by Britt to transfer resolution 2025-17, now 1355.
I'll second.
Second by Lisa. All those in favor?
Aye.
And
I got one here if you want it. We got one.
Wait on.
You got one, there you go.
Yeah.
all right, the Port Authority ordinance. Andrew,
So Paul signed the deeds transferring the two parcels to the city last week. Those have been recorded. And all the money Port Authority has been transferred. County's already done their ordinance to dissolve things on their end. A little early, but
I haven't gotten any funds yet from Port Authority.
okay.
Unless somebody got it and didn't tell me, but I can't imagine that. I'm not saying, what do we do with this? So,
So that transferring the funds to the city was authorized by their resolution that they did last time they met.
I think they have till December 31st to. Or that's my feeling.
So my suggestion then would be to approve the ordinance to be signed prior to December 31st, but not until the money from the Port Authority has been transferred to the city.
Okay.
Cause I don't wanna make sure our steps are.
Yeah, I was gonna say, or contingent.
that's what ordinance would that be?
12.
Yeah, contingent on works too. But I know that they're wanting to do this before the end of the year because we don't want to roll into a new year and have a new audit with State Board of Accounts.
So with that language,
Like that. You got it? That's fine.
motion by Todd to approve ordinance 2025.
I'm making a motion, we suspend the rules.
Motion by Todd to suspend the rules,
I'll second.
second by Lisa. All those in favor?
Aye.
I make a motion, we go with the, what Andy said on, by December 31st.
I'll second.
Okay, so then motion by Todd to approve the ordinance 2025-12 and second by Cliff. All those in favor?
Aye.
Unanimous.
Make a motion that we close the.
Oh, that's what the ordinance was.
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go, so you can.
Salary ordinance amendment.
Sent these out in your pack or in your stuff. Did you guys
Mhm.
see? And basically this is. I thought maybe Mark would be able to be here today, but he could not be here. So this is 13. Ordinance 13. And basically what this does is. I don't know how much of this we can, am I breaking any?
When an employee is also drawing Social Security, obviously there's a limit to what they can make each year without being penalized by Social Security. So the ordinance amendment to the ordinance would be changing one employee from an hourly rate pay to a salary bi-weekly amount. So that we know they're not going over their maximum.
And that's basically what we've done. With Mark. He usually works. He started out in January working 32 hours. You know, and then when he started drawing, he had to cut back on his hours. So that was in June, July. So it's just so much more efficient for us to, have him on as a salary than, us having to calculate his time every pay and see, how many days he has left to be able to work. And I mean, he's just being paid to do a job, the same job that he did. He'll actually be taken
And
Out of
nothing's
$10.
gonna change, but.
out of $10 pay cut.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it keeps him that, it keeps him exactly up on above
I
that.
have the same problem.
Did we? Yeah.
Had to adjust salary.
It's just, it's,
So that's where we are. I'm just appreciative that he said, this is what I can make. Can you do it on a salary pay? And I'll make the same thing every week and I'll just be paid to do the job. So,
Good.
and this as well as,
2025-13, so yeah, if you wanna move on that, we need to suspend the rules first.
And I did send it to State Board of Accounts. And they came back and said that it was,
yeah,
they were fine.
We need.
Can we put him on that salary and get him to work 40 hours?
that's what you want.
What's wrong? Get the whip.
Now you're really making it.
Oh, well, we haven't got there yet.
Okay, good.
We need to suspend the rules.
We do.
Make a motion to suspend the rules.
Motion by Cliff to suspend the rules on ordinance 2025-13.
I'll say.
Second by Don. All those in favor?
I,
Okay. Now we gotta approve, right?
We got to vote.
I'll make a motion that we make the salary adjustment.
Motion by Don to approve the ordinance 2025-13.
I'll second.
Second by Lisa. All those in favor?
Aye.
Unanimous, thanks.
Thank you. Okay, and this is.
Another one passed, that one signed.
Thanks, sir.
The golf cart ordinance amendment. And you want to handle that one too?
Yeah, this is some cleanup on our golf cart stuff. The sheriff was nice enough to offer to simplify things. The way the ordinance was written, people were taking their, since the police departments merged, they were taking their golf cart to be inspected at the sheriff's department and then coming over to the clerk's office to pay. And the sheriff's office has just offered to handle all of that. So, and cleans up some other stuff too. There's just been some statutory changes since the golf cart ordinance was passed. So there was just some general cleanup also. And then corrected the language as far as the permits expiring in odd numbers years, just clarified that portion too. So this would be 2025-14. It's also first reading, so if you want to move on that tonight, then you would suspend the rules also.
Sure.
We suspend the rules.
I'll second that.
Motion by Lisa to suspend the rules on ordinance 2025-14.
Yeah.
And who seconded?
Me.
Second by Todd. All those in favor?
Aye.
Then I'll move that we approve the ordinance.
The motion to approve 2025-14 by Lisa,
I'll second.
second by Dawn. All those in favor?
Aye.
Unanimous.
Thank you.
Yeah, appreciate it.
It was very, it's just so hard for them to have to go 2 or 3 places.
Well, it was nice of the sheriff department.
Yes.
To go ahead. We weren't gonna argue that for sure. Yeah, for better for everybody. So you do it. Even mentioned possibly even doing possibly some weekend stuff for people to, where it's easier.
Yep.
Wellness compliance extension.
Okay, I was going to make a couple phone calls today, but I never got a chance, but if you remember a few years back, we started a wellness compliance, and it's actually worked very well. But, you know, sometimes you just can't get in the doctor when you're supposed to. And there's like 5 or 6 items that each person will have to do on a yearly or bi-yearly basis, so. We have one that needs, has 3 concerns that needs to be addressed, and I'd just like to get a motion to extend if we can for a couple months. I did talk to Mike Kramer when it happened the last time, and he said, this is your this is your program. This is your policy, so you can do that, but just remember, you've made everybody else do it.
I agree.
So you know, it's yours to be, to do, but it's just, it'll cost, you know. What, $700
$700 a
a
day,
day.
1,400 a month if they're not.
if they're not compliant.
They got a whole year to be compliant, right?
They do, but here's the thing, a lot of times, like my wellness was just December the 17th. So if, you know, something happened and I couldn't get in on December the 17th, then the next appointment is, you know, February 1st, that's where I am, so. You know, we have to give a little leeway, I think, with it, and this
Sure.
is kind of their
Just to have-
first time on, or.
I'll tell them November 28th to do that.
Yeah, ours was gonna be the 28th, but he made it the 31st, which does help some, you know, because there are a lot of people that get a lot of stuff done in December.
Wait, I don't know why.
Well, and it's just because the insurance,
That's true. Yeah, you're
Covers it
right.
at
You're right. That's
you
just-
know, it's a
that's-
yearly,
Deductible.
Everybody, yeah, surgeries get busier and everything.
So-
At the end of the year, it's true.
so I,
How far off are they from being compliant, and is there a time frame in which we expect them?
I did not
within
get a chance to
26 to be-
contact them.
I would think,
But Mark had said that he had contacted him several times, and so had Jason.
again, to Ray's point. And to the insurance, to Kramer's point, that everybody else has to abide by the rules, so you gotta be real careful with allowing. Too much time to go by, so what if you just give a certain period of time where they, for them to be compliant versus like, you know, and unlimited, is that a possibility, does that make sense?
Yeah, I think you would want to.
Put a window
definitely
on,
put a-
yeah.
And do we know how far out of compliance are they? How many things do they have to do?
There's 3.
It's a pretty simple thing.
3 things?
It's
Not
nothing.
3, we're just talking about one person.
There's
Yes.
3 out of 5 that have to be done, so.
3
One person.
Yeah.
One person,
Yes.
3 out of 5 appointments, checkups, whatever.
They don't see it. Yeah, just, let's just come up with a time
Would-
frame.
Is 3 months reasonable? When given that it can take 6 to 8 weeks to get an appointment, sometimes, again, depending what,
It took me 6 months to get that colonoscopy scheduled.
well, yeah, depending on what it is.
Those things don't
And-
seem, yeah,
I don't know if this needs to be formal or whatever, but I would say we make, you know,
yeah.
that it's a one-time exception that next year.
Yeah, that would be every
That it
time.
would be,
Yeah, if this happens again, they would always have to, it would
that
again
it's
be
just-
on the mercy of the policy holder to let them do that.
And this is for 2025, they need to do what they need to do for 2026. At the right time frame. But I would say 3 months.
Yeah,
Like Q1, right?
Yeah,
By the end.
Yeah, because
The first
if it
quarter.
takes 6 to 8 weeks
that makes
to get
sense.
the appointment or whatever, and you have to juggle the schedule or what, I mean,
Yeah,
that to me is a generous.
If they don't, are they generally being off the policy?
No,
No, it's, they pay
Then
substantial.
they pay about,
Would that be
Triple.
retroactive? The pay more back to January 1, or are we giving them?
That would have, yeah, that would be up to, that'd be up to you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's GLT.
Yeah,
You would think,
Because it's like a discounted rate.
And for the audience, right? The point of this is that if people are getting their preventative care and their wellness, and keeping on top of it, it keeps our rates.
if you have a healthier client,
Right.
that's 100%
Right.
true. That's right.
it keeps the city's rates down for insurance, but then the city sets the parameters, which is why this is even a discussion, because you guys set the parameters. And it's substantially more,
But
to not comply, and everybody's being very vague because this is obviously all protected by HIPAA, so.
Right. And yeah, in the end, if you didn't have a teeth in the penalty, people would just.
What's the point of the penalty?
They wouldn't even care. We'd have people, we'd have employees that would just choose to not get a checkup.
I like the idea of 3 months, so in
I do too.
in March. 3
I do
steps.
too, a quarter.
Done.
I think it,
do we need
Uh,
motion
yeah.
or?
Yeah, I would do that as a formal motion. And then Don did bring up, do the compliance rates apply for that 3 months, and if they don't do what they need to, do they have to pay back?
What we've carried for them. That's a big, that's a big hit if that would happen.
Well, yeah, they have to be.
I guess,
If they don't follow through, that individual has to be penalized.
I say 3 months,
Not the whole group.
No.
and I think 3 months is good.
So it would be, see if I summarize this right. The motion would be to give them until the end of March 2026 to finish the requirements. They'll pay the compliant rate during those 3 months. However, if they do not complete the requirements, they will have to retroactively pay the additional amount.
That seems fair.
That is fair. That's very fair.
and that this is a one-time exception for this particular individual. That way,
Like the rest of them.
that way we can be fair also with
To everybody.
somebody else
In case you
in a
had-
similar
Yeah, in
spot.
case you had a
that
repeat
they're-
offender, yeah. That's
Well, yeah, we don't want a repeat offender, but we
Amen.
want
Yeah, you're
to have a justification for doing it
If
for
it
somebody
happens
else.
again, Right.
Yeah,
True.
Uh,
So that language in there too, Andy, right?
Yep, I can't make the motion.
Well,
I
I'll make
said-
that motion.
motion to give till 3/31/26 for compliance.
Right.
Pay compliant rate through 3/31/26. If not compliant by then, have to pay non-compliant rate retroactive. And this is a one-time exception.
The only, I don't know, throw one other thing out there for discussion on that. Do we want to put even more teeth in it, and I don't, is it that they have to play the non-compliant rate until March 31st, or and if they become compliant, can it be refunded then?
Oh, I think that makes it stickier from
It
an
is.
accounting standpoint,
All
yeah.
right.
Just extend it.
I'm
Especially
thinking that
payment.
gives more teeth to get it done.
Yep.
If I had that higher price hanging over my head.
Right.
That still ought to be so.
$1,400 a month.
Yeah.
Times 3 months is what would have to be paid
Yeah.
back.
Okay, I'm good with. I said it the first time, I guess.
Good.
Okay.
You wanna make that a motion, Don?
I'll make that a motion.
I'll second.
Second by Lisa, all those in favor?
Aye.
Thanks.
Is that it?
Matt, is there anything to discuss on the project agreement?
Just update, we had a kind of circle the wagons discussion, myself and the mayor and Ray with, Joe Champion, our outside counsel, as well as our lobbyist, Matt Braze and Rhonda Cook. Joe was gonna touch base again with the, casino about some type of amendment or extension of the project agreement, which does end at the end of this year. There is payment under that agreement currently that goes to the regional foundation. It does not go to the city. And so there was discussion about some type of extension of that. And Joe was gonna get back together with them. Then we're just continuing to monitor things from the legislative side.
Thanks, Amy.
Mhm.
You guys have any questions on any of that? It is. All right, important dates, council meeting will be January 8th. Time a week
You
later,
don't want to come on New Year's Day?
not really, 6 p.m.
I'll be driving back from Atlanta, but I will make a point of being here on time. That'll be a hard deadline to do.
A lot of times January meeting isn't real.
The other one would be Board
Lengthy.
of Works and
22nd?
the 9th. January 29th,
Okay.
4 p.m. or.
Yeah, just start thinking about if you have board appointment vacancies or anything.
Yeah, and I'll have
thinking
to-
about
Oh,
that.
and I'll speak with you guys about the different boards and appointments. Soon. Really, next, before the end of the year. All right. Do not have any miscellaneous.
I had one. The honored and memorial. For. Don's father.
That's right.
For the community
That's right.
foundation.
Thanks for the reminder. Yeah, we'd like to, council to entertain a honor memorial donation to Don's father. In memory of Don's father.
What's the coach? Yeah,
I'll make a motion, we do it.
I'll second it.
Motion for what was the amount? You
So
said,
that's
Yeah.
$100 or.
$100.
motion by Todd. Who's the second? Cliff,
I stepped on it, sorry.
all right, all those in favor?
Aye.
Todd and Cliff.
Thank you. I appreciate that very much. Appreciate
Don,
those
you're gonna have
thoughts.
to give me his name.
Okay,
I didn't know it either.
yeah, Lindell, Lindel.
Rough time of year for you, Don, sorry.
Right.
Yes,
Yeah,
We've lost a lot of people here. lately.
yeah, yeah. Well, and yeah, just in the last week.
oh my gosh, we're,
Yeah.
we're,
Any other miscellaneous? We do need to review the claims.
Yeah.
Council, have done that and entertain a motion to pass those.
in the last, well, he's running the last payroll this week, so. You're like. It just seems like, a couple months ago, we started the payroll. So,
Yeah.
This year's flew by.
it did.
They keep going faster, faster. Yeah.
I used to be married to a math teacher, explained that as percentages. I was like, oh. It's very
Yeah.
specific, like,
Really is,
yeah,
there is some
it is,
stuff.
yeah,
Really.
like a percentage of what you still. have.
Well.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah,
Mhm.
yeah,
That's why time feels so long. and
okay. Cause you have so much time ahead of you versus now.
Right, statistic.
Uh-huh. Thank you, Stephen.
Unless anybody has any discussion, I'll move that we accept that.
Motion by Lisa to accept the claims,
I'll second.
second by Don, all those in favor?
Aye.
Unanimous. Sure, get those signed. Anything else for the good of the order?
You guys got one. Like this one, so I'll.
She's sending them.
So you got one,
Would ask them for a motion to adjourn.
I'll make that motion.
Motion by Todd to adjourn,
I'll second.
second by Lisa, all those in favor? Meeting adjourned.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas.
Have a good holiday.
I've seen these shirts on.
Yes.
Red Bengals, the
First base, baby.
soccer and some, what's
Cyclones?
Cyclones, I
Yeah.
think.
It's fun.
I thought about getting one for my son. Here it is, look.
Actually look just like that.
Yeah, like this. Yeah.
I stand back.
I think it was back. Oh, good job.
What else do we need to turn off there?
Aaron usually just unplugs something.
Well, you unplugged that,
He
but
unplugged it.
for a while.
I think you gotta go up to the R.
I know.
Yeah.